I have creative plans, big creative plans. I know what I want to do and where I want to be. But this week has been really hard going. Let's take a look. Hello, Darren here, The Creative Minimalist, www.thecreativeminimalist.com. Creativity in all its breadth, seen through the lens of a struggling multimedia composer, writer and musician. Oh, and I quite like those 4-colour pens by Bic, you know, those ones. Yes, this past week has been tough going. The weather hasn't helped. It's still grey and wet. It was with interest that I watched the eclipse this past week, but it felt very weird. After all, what is so interesting about not seeing the sun? It feels like I haven't seen the sun since last November. I'm beginning to understand what it must be like living in Iceland or some other place deep inside the Arctic Circle. Other life stuff happens too. The health and well-being of people we know can have a big impact on how we feel, and that has been happening. It's nothing directly impacting me, but it does affect the flow of things and occupies my creative energy. The other big impact on me is that I finished the first major step in my year-long dream goal. The Same Old Fear is due to be released on all major streaming platforms at the end of this month. Great. However, having reached the summit of this particular goal or peak, I am languishing into the valley when I should be on the way to scale the next peak. In fact, let's use that metaphor. This year should be a series of mountains to climb. Each mountain is a little higher than the one before. Obviously there are ridges, ledges, gentle climbs, steeper scrabbles, and even valleys and ravines along the way. So I scaled the first peak, planted the flag, did a little dance, and checked the view as I ticked the boxes on my to-do list. I did my Q1 review and planned the next expedition. The next peak stood before me. However, I seem to have lost my way. The path isn't clear. I'm drifting away from the track that leads to the next peak and meandering down a gentle slope to the safety of the valley below. Now, meandering is a great word, especially for creatives. We need meandering time, in my humble opinion. We can take stock, seek guidance, and simply bask in the universe and absorb the energy that we need. I call that meandering with purpose. That is good. And a future vlog. My meandering is without purpose, and it is bad, or bad for me at this time. I mentioned that there are external forces at play, but letting them take control won't help me reach my goals or achieve the next peak. I also know that I am procrastinating and using the external forces as part of the excuse. Because I procrastinate when I am not sure or apprehensive. I know I am not apprehensive, or at least not overly so, as I have already climbed the first peak. I know that it is more to do with uncertainty, because when I am uncertain, I tidy, or move things around aimlessly, or think about buying supplies for the next stage of the journey. Supplies I already have. The issue for me is what next. I am unsure of the path. I can see the peak, but the path to reach it is unclear. And so I am meandering along well-worn paths that are clear and obvious to me. I have spent too long admiring the view from the first peak instead of setting out to conquer the next. I climbed the first peak and reached the first summit of my dream goal by focusing on the next step, blocking off the time and making sure I took that next step. And it is the same now, or should be. The view from the first peak is awesome, but the view from the next will be even better. It has been a hard-going week and easy to lose sight of the dream, vision or goal. Whatever our situation, if we want to get somewhere, we need to take the first step and then the next, and so on. But make sure the steps are in the right direction. If this video has helped or resonated in any way, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell. It helps get the creative message out there, and we can be part of the creative life journey together. I'm off to check the map of creativity. The next peak stands before me and I need to plot the path. In the meantime, stay safe and well and keep creating. I'll see you soon. Bye.